What's up, YouTube? My name's Jake Lewis. I'm making this video today for anybody that is looking to form an LLC. It's not as hard as it's made out to be. This is something that you can do right here, right now, and I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to do so. Throughout this video, I'm going to be showing little tips and tricks as well that's going to actually help you boost your likelihood of getting your LLC sooner rather than later without running into some common pitfalls. I'm going to be helping you guys get a business phone number, a business address, and we're going to be doing some cross references to make sure that the business name that you want isn't already taken to avoid any legal issues in the future. So I'm going to be going in depth on all of these topics. So this video may run a little bit long, but trust me, it's full of value. And you're going to thank yourself for taking the time to watch this, just because you're going to save yourself a lot of money and a lot of time and save yourself having to deal with people, unnecessary people. You can just do this all by yourself. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so what do we need to form an LLC? We need a business address and we need a business phone number. If we don't have a physical business address, we need to get a virtual office space. We can't get a PO box. We will not be able to file an LLC with a PO box. And we won't be able to get a business bank account with a PO box, right? And we don't want to use our personal phone number because we don't want our personal information out there like that. We want to get a business phone number as well. So I'm going to show you how to do those things first, because we're going to need those when filing an LLC. We want to make this process as smooth as possible. So first, we're going to go to ipostal.com. We're going to go to plans. We're going to go to virtual business address, view locations, go based off of your state. I'm in Florida, so I'm going to use Florida. And I'm going to use Miami because I am in Miami. All right, perfect. So we're going to choose this one. And look, from $9.99 a month, we can have a virtual business address where we can not only form our LLC using this, but we can also receive any mail related to our business to that address as well. So we're going to go to select a plan. Let's go with the green plan for only $9.99 a month, because that's all we really need, honestly. Unless you anticipate having a lot of mail sent to the address, then you can boost it up throughout here. But I started with the green plan just for filing purposes, just so I can file my LLC and get the ball rolling on that. And from there, I did upgrade. All right, so once we have that, we have our virtual business address. We want to go over to Google Voice. We want to go to our account settings and get a phone number from there, okay? And then the same thing, we're just going to type in our city that we're going to be working out of, because we do want our area codes to match up with our virtual address, so everything is coherent. All right. So now that we have our virtual office and we also have our business phone number, we don't want to go right to filing our LLC, because we want to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success. And what I mean by that is we want to pick a name for our business that is not already trademarked and is not already filed with our state. So we're going to go over to uspto.gov. We're going to go to trademarks, searching trademarks, search our trademark database, basic word mark search. And if you notice over here, we have an option for live and dead. We do want to search for both live and dead. Just because I ran into an issue before where I tried to file my LLC using a dead trademark, and it got rejected because I failed to realize that the name was still registered with the state. So just to avoid any hurdles, we want to go with searching for live and dead. So I hope you either have a business name already, or you have at least a couple of different business names that you'd like to choose from. We're going to go and input them right here. So let's go with the example that I'm going to be doing landscaping. We can go with Grassy Joy. Awesome. All right, we're going to go and submit that. That's a beautiful thing to see. No records were found. That means that that name has never been trademarked before, and it's obviously not trademarked right now. So we can move forward with that. But I want to give you an example of what you may come across if you do type your name in and it's either been trademarked before or is currently trademarked now. So let's go with Microsoft. We obviously know that's taken, but it's still a good example. As we see, we have it live, and there's some dead trademarks as well. So if you do your search with your name and you come across live and dead, I highly consider choosing another one. And if you're really set on using this one, we can go to the next step, which is checking with our state as well. So I'm going to go check our state right here. Let's go to corporations, search records, names. Let's go to Grassy Joy. Grassy Key, Knoll Lake, Oaks Point Plain. Okay, so Grassy Joy has not ever been taken in the state of Florida neither. So if when doing the USPTO search, your name comes up as a dead trademark and you still really want that one, go over to your state business, your state website for corporations, and do a cross-reference to make sure that that name is not being taken. And if it is, if it says active, then you need to go with a different name. But if it says inactive, then that just verifies that that name is neither a registered trademark anymore, and it's not active in your state neither. So you'll be able to file for that name. So now that we know what name we're going to go with legally, and we're legally able to go with, we want to do a few more things. First, we want to stake that name on any social media platform that you're going to be using if you haven't done so already. So if you're going to be mainly using Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, whatever it may be, stake that name so that way you will be able to create content in the future and you know that it is all correlated, that name. You want your name to be correlated through any platform that you use. Once you've staked your name, you also want to go ahead and buy the domain name. If you don't have a website right now, if you're not planning on getting one anytime soon, you're going to need one in the future. It's 2022. You need a website for your business, right? So go over to namecheap.com. I'm going to use the same name, Grassy Joy. Search it. And it is available for $8.98 for the year. Come over here with this code, we can get it for $5.98 for the year. So you can own virtually a piece of real estate for your business online, which is your domain. So in the future, if, like I said, if you don't have a website already, you have the platform to start building your website once you are ready to get to that point. You don't have to worry about someone else purchasing this domain and then you have to worry about either looking for a different option or buying it from them. You don't want to have to buy it because you're going to spend a whole lot more than just the $5.98 for the year. So now that we have checked the USPTO, our state website, we've staked our name on various social media platforms, and we've purchased the domain, and we have our virtual office, and we have our phone number. Now we're ready to go over and file our LLC. So we're going to go to inkauthority.com. Inkauthority.com is partnered with Damon John of Shark Tank. It's a well-known, reputable company, and they're going to file your LLC for you without charging you a thing, which is beautiful. All you're going to have to pay is a state filing fee. You're going to have to pay that regardless. But if you hire somebody to do this for you, you're also going to be paying their personal fee as well. And why pay for something that you can do for yourself in literally less than 10 minutes, right? So what should we call your new LLC? Grassy Joy. It's available and I like it. Grassy Joy. Check availability. We are going to be forming a limited liability company in the state of Florida. Business owner, I'm going to put my name, put my business email, And the good thing about getting your domain is you're going to be able to have an email address that looks like this. It can be admin@grassyjoy.com, or it can be your name, whatever you want it to be, but it's going to be at your website, which gives more of a legitimacy to your business as well. Putting your business phone number. Now, if you look down here, if you have a partner that you're going in on your business with, you are going to need to add them as well. But for this example, I'm going to be solo, okay? So agree to the terms and conditions, press save. Sure, it's my first business. Sure. All these preliminary questions, they're just trying to gather information to direct you towards upsells that may fit your needs. Because that's, like I said, they don't charge you to file this. They are going to try to make their money through upsells with you, which you don't need to partake in. All right. So all these questions, they really don't matter. So you can just go through them. Type of business, I'm just going to select agriculture. Cool, save and continue. Again, another question doesn't really matter. Let's just say no. I'm going to say no just to avoid some more upsells. All right, your new LLC name will appear as Grassy Joy LLC. Awesome. Let's give a little brief description about your business. I would say no for receiving text message updates. And now you can put in your virtual office. All right, we're going to continue as a guest. Now here's where some of the upsells come. Employer identification number, EIN. You are going to need this, but you don't need to spend $50 getting it. You can go to the IRS website and literally apply for an EIN and get it for free. But you need to wait for your corporation to be formed before you do so. So wait until you get the paperwork back, and then you can go ahead and continue with that information. And also to get your EIN, you're going to need your office location and your phone number. So the office location and phone number are not just for getting your LLC, but it's also for getting your EIN, which you're going to need if you plan on getting a business bank account and lines of credit through that bank account, right? So we're going to go with no for now. Thanks for the offer anyway. So I'm just going to be clicking no to all of these. Express processing, you don't need to get express processing. They file your LLC relatively fast. Just like it says, the standard state processing time for Florida is 30 days. When I've done it, my wife's done it, and if people have guided through this that have done this in Florida as well, it's taken no longer than 14 days. So no. So all they're going to do is just send it out faster. The state's not going to file it any faster for you. They're going to file it in their time regardless. Website registration, we've already done that for half the price. We already have a business domain for half the price. Awesome. No. We don't need to do this right now. All right, so we can either have it electronically delivered for free. That's the option that I chose. Or you can have original copies delivered by priority mail. The choice is really up to you. I didn't really see the necessity of having the original copies just because it's the same information on there regardless. So I went with the free standard delivery. However you want to have this billed and however you want to pay for it, do it accordingly. And if you come over here and look, the order total is $125. $125 is what the Florida state filing fee is. There's no getting around that. Whether you hire somebody to do this for you or you do it yourself, just like how I'm showing you now, the state filing fee is going to remain the same, $125. But the best part about this is that it's tax deductible. All right, so we're going to go ahead and register Grassy Joy. Obviously, I didn't put my information in there because I don't need to, but register Grassy Joy. And from there, everything will be submitted to your state. And within no time, you will be having your LLC officially formed. Now, if I want a little faster to process, I'm going to be putting all these resources, how to get your virtual business address, how to get your phone number, how to get your domain. I'm going to be putting all of that, links to those in the description at the bottom of the video. Also, to help kind of mitigate and not have any surprises, like I had mentioned, the 125 is for Florida, but every state is different. So I am going to leave a little resource that's going to show what each state filing fee is. So that way you're not going into this blind. You kind of know what to budget for this filing fee. But regardless, it is tax deductible, and regardless, your corporation will be formed. All right, guys, so that's it. Now you guys are on your way to having your LLC formed, and you should be receiving that paperwork within 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks or so, depending on your state. The next step now, once you have your business formed, is to get the EIN number, which I said you can go to irs.gov. I'll leave a link in the description below. So that way you can come back to this video and you just go right up to the link. Like I said, it's free to file. And from there, it's up to you to take the steps to form a business bank account and start getting lines of credit. And if you're interested in forming business credit and building that credit and getting lines of credit, I'm going to link to a video that is going to break down how to get lines of business credit with no business credit score established whatsoever. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Jake Lewis, certified personal financial consultant. Stay blessed.